Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday and good morning. I am here with another video. So I'm here sharing with you my breakfast video. So today I made salmon croquettes. And I'm just going to show you how I make my salmon croquettes. And I also made a second attempt to make the 3-ingredient biscuits as well. Alright, so as you can see, I used 2 cans of pink salmon. And what I'm doing here is I'm picking out the bones that I see, or as many bones as I can see in the pink salmon. And I do use the juice, the solution or the water that came along with the salmon as well. So I don't pour that out. I use it all. So I'm just picking around just to see if I can get all whatever the bones or fragment pieces of bones out of my salmon as much as I can. Now you may have some residual bones left in your salmon, and that's okay. They're not hard. They're very soft, fragile bones. So even if you fry up some in your, croquettes, it's fine. You can still remove them, even after they're fried individually. Okay, so I season my fish with onion powder, garlic powder, and creole seasoning, and I'm gonna add 2 large eggs. And I'm going to mix this together. Okay, so I'm just mixing up both of those eggs until it is well combined together. Okay, so I am adding 1 cup of flour. Alright, so you can add a half a cup of flour, and however much flour you put in, that depends on the crispiness of the croquette. So I like mine's crispy, so I add 1 cup of flour to 2 cans of salmon. But if you prefer softer salmon, then you can maybe try a half a cup of flour to 2 cans of salmon. Okay, so I have some either vegetable oil or whatever oil of your choice. I use canola oil, so I would say canola oil or vegetable oil, and I have that heating up on the stove. Alright, so basically what you're doing is you're taking dollops of spoonfuls of batter, and you're just sitting it down in the grease like this. So you're just taking the spoonful of batter and you just place it in the grease, and I just pat it down a little bit. Alright, and you let those fry until they are golden brown. And it doesn't take long. Okay, so depending on how your oil is, I would say it took maybe about 1 to 2 minutes per side. It doesn't take very long at all. The salmon is already cooked or smoked, so it doesn't take long at all for these to cook. You're basically cooking the flour so that it can be crispy. So once they reach the golden brown look, then they're basically about done. So I added more, and in my insert at the top right corner, I'm just, repeating the process to make more, and that's taking spoonfuls of batter and placing it in the grease. So you repeat these steps until all of your salmon batter is cooked up. Okay, so just showing the first 3 that I've cooked. Alright, so now I am attempting the 3 ingredient biscuits again. The last biscuits I made came out a little thin, but they were still good, but they came out thin. So I'm just attempting to do that a second time. So I'm not going to share like the ingredients on this video. I'm going to post the first video, the link in my description for the ingredients for the 3 ingredient biscuits, and also you will be provided with more thorough steps in the first video, so I will provide that link down in the description below. Alright, so this time I'm using my mixer with my dough attachment, and you don't have to do this with a mixer. You can use your hands to do all of these steps, and in that first video I did everything by hand. Alright, so I spreaded aluminum foil on my countertop and floured the aluminum foil, and I'm just taking my dough, kneading it and rolling it out so that I can get ready to cut the shapes of my biscuits. And I believe the difference this time is the first time I don't think my butter was very cold, and my buttermilk wasn't as cold as it needed to be. So this time I placed both my buttermilk and butter in the freezer so that it can be super cold, because those ingredients being super cold also has something to do with how your biscuits will rise. Okay, so compared to my first video, these biscuits came out way better. They came out with the rise that I was looking for, and they are golden brown and fluffy inside and very soft, and I add butter on top for that golden brown look. So these came out way better than the first batch, and as I stated before, it had something to do with the milk, the buttermilk, and the butter being very cold. Alright, so that's that. Okay, so I'm just showing pictures of my finished breakfast, the croquettes. I'll cook some rice to go along with it, and the biscuits. But on my plate, I only wanted croquettes and biscuits. So just showing you the inside of my croquettes. Alright. And also, I like to eat my biscuits with jelly, but I love blackburn syrup. I don't know if it's a southern thing, but blackburn syrup goes very well with biscuits. And I'm just showing you the inside texture of the biscuit that I made the second time around. They're very soft and very buttery. They were very, very good. Alright, so I'm breaking off that other biscuit, very soft and fluffy on the inside for 3 ingredient biscuits. As a matter of fact, I think I would make my biscuits like that from now on. Well, this concludes my video, and I thank you so much for watching. As always, God bless.